back to Becoming Better Together. I'm your host, Brie. Let's go ahead and get started. I get asked this question constantly, and it is, what do I do when I lose motivation? What do we do? Suddenly I set a goal, I try to get my way to the finish line, and something happens along the way, and I don't reach that goal, and suddenly I'm unmotivated, I'm beating myself up, all the negative self-talk starts to come in. I bet you've been here before too. And so when that happens, all the questions start to come up. Why am I like this? Why do I keep repeating these patterns? All these things, right? And we beat ourselves up, and we get hard on ourselves, and then the momentum and the desire to set new goals kind of goes to die. Because if you start a pattern and you repeat a pattern over and over and over again, it's pretty hard to break that pattern after a while, or so we tell ourselves. We just accept it. This is the way I am. I said last New Year's I was going to lose the weight, and I didn't. I said that the New Year's before, and the New Year's before, and the New Year's before. We get caught in that loop, and then suddenly the identity becomes, this is who I am. I am a person that sets goals and fails. So therefore, I will not set any more goals. And then we don't disappoint ourselves. And we do this over and over and over until eventually we lose drive. We lose desires to really change, to really move ourselves forward. And so then motivation, where do we find it? That's the ultimate question, right? How do we re-motivate ourselves when we feel like we have been stuck in a loop, in that endless cycle of disappointing ourselves, maybe the people around us, maybe we have just a terrible do-say ratio where we say we're going to do a lot of things, but we don't actually do them. And then again, your subconscious, your ego takes shot after shot after shot. And suddenly we don't believe in ourselves and we set no goals. So if you are listening to this podcast, I bet you are a person that wants to set goals, that wants to achieve more, that feels it somewhere in you, like you have more to give, you have more to offer, you have more to do. But maybe you're feeling stuck. Maybe you feel like you've been in one of those patterns. Maybe you've been in the rut for so long, you don't even remember what it's like to set new, big, scary, audacious goals. You just want to crawl out a little bit and have that light. That's fine. Doesn't matter where you're at on your journey. Maybe you're a person that you've been setting goals and you've been crushing them, and yet it still doesn't feel like enough. And you're not sure why, but the motivation again starts to wane and the excitement really isn't there anymore. And again, the effort, it just becomes tough and it becomes harder and it's just effort. Why are we doing this? So what I want to talk about is there's a big difference between having goals and having a vision. Because vision is what can give you energy. Vision is what can keep you driving forward. Vision is what can get you past quote unquote failures, but pick you up, dust you off, and let you keep going without the negative self-talk, without the self-betrayal, without the ego shots every time that we set something and we don't hit it and suddenly it's time to give up. It's time to fail. This is who I am. This is my identity and I'll never try again. If you develop a strong enough vision, we can leave that path behind. We can leave all those past lessons where they belong and grow from them, learn from them, and pick our sails back up in our sailboats and start going off into the direction we want again. And this is something that one of my favorite coaching clients, we talk about this sometimes when we get in that imposter syndrome, when we get in that place where we don't know what direction is forward anymore, we're just in confusion, we're not feeling like ourselves anymore. We're confused, we're lost, we're unmotivated. And suddenly, instead of sailing off in a direction forward, we sit down on our boats, we pout, and the sail just lies there. We don't go anywhere, and we wait for the wind to blow us around. And maybe one day we'll put the sail back up, but right now we wait and we sit and we fester. If you are sitting with your sail down right now because you don't know what direction to sail off in, or you've tried before and it didn't work and you didn't end up where you wanted to be, all you need is a little bit of vision to reset that compass, put that sail back up, and go forward again. And so today, that's what we are going to figure out how to strengthen. And so again, if you're setting goals, that's wonderful. But let's take that a step further and let's get really clear about vision. Because if you're a person that has vision, it doesn't matter your level of motivation. You can get it back. That vision is going to drive you forward, not pull you back into the past. So, if this sounds like you, let's think about that. Let's be a kid again, because how do we actually find our vision? Okay, well, it takes a lot of self-awareness. It takes a lot of self-work. It also take some imagination. All right? And so I don't know the last time that we really sat down and we were able to dream without limitations, without societal pressures, without money pressures, without stress. And what if this goes wrong? Think about it. At what age did you have some amazing dream that was just astronomically out of this world that didn't matter? You were going to be a princess and an astronaut and the president of the US all at the same time. Were you that kid? And then at what point did that vision go away? By about age 12, most of the time, the vision is pretty much gone from us. The imagination, it's still there, but society, pressure, school, getting the right grades, going to the right school, being in the right classes, that all starts to creep in pretty early on in life. And suddenly failure is not an option. You need to get the good grades. You need to get the A's. You need to be the student that shows up. You need to be the one that gets the good job. And so we're trained very young. We do not fail. We do not fail. Otherwise, you will stand out, and not in a good way. All right? And so I want you to take limitations away. I want you to go back before you were 12, when you could be an astronaut and a unicorn and a space alien all at the same time if you really wanted to, and you had the imagination and no one was going to take that away from you. You were literally limitless. To get your vision back today, I want you to sit and reflect on this and feel like a kid again. Find joy in it. Be limitless. Be abundant. And when you hear, because you will, when you hear the self-talk creep in that says, yeah, but what if? I need you to squash that for now. I need you to let it go. You can acknowledge it, say, okay, hold on. We're not thinking about that right now. I'll let you go for now because I'm going to dream today. I'm going to be a little kid and I'm going to let joy lead me and find motivation again. I'm going to let joy lead me to the vision that I actually want. And I'm going to get honest about the job that I truly want, not the job that I feel like I have to live, to survive, and to pay the bills. Let's be kids again. Let's find vision so that motivation doesn't even become a question anymore. It doesn't have to be the question mark of, am I even doing what I'm supposed to be right now? What am I even doing with my work, with my job, with my career, with my finances, with my life? Because if the vision doesn't line up with where you're at now, why would you be motivated to keep going? Why would you be motivated to ask for the promotion, get the raise, get the new clients, really push yourself forward in these areas? So today, what I want from you, take some time to sit with these thoughts, sit with yourself, be a kid again, and get connected to why. Why are you even listening to this podcast? Why are you in personal development? Why are you in business? Why do you set goals? And instead of how am I going to get there, do not focus on the how. Throw that out today. I want you to focus on what. What is it that I truly want? What is the life that I want like? What is it that I want to have? What is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to be? Not how. Don't get caught in the how. And I see this all the time. I get caught in the how. And I see this with clients. I see everybody. We get caught in the how. Yeah, but I don't know how. I don't have the list of excuses comes. I don't have the money. I don't have the resources. I don't have the wisdom. I don't have the time. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Squash how. I don't care about it. We're talking about vision. We're talking about why you want something and what it is you want. And if how enters your brain, I need you to let it go. All right, so get clear today. What do you today, not you in the past, not you in the future, not you of who you think you should be according to your family, your friends, society. You, truly. What do you want? And why? And find that vision. I want you to paint a picture. I want you to paint a mental picture. I want you to write it down. I want you to scream, rant in your journal about how amazing it would be if you were a unicorn, space alien, astronaut. Whatever. Dream today. Be a kid again. Get really, really, really clear on why we are in personal development, on why we move ourselves forward, on what you truly, truly deserve, because you can have it. Sometimes we just need that vision to be put back into place, and we need reminded of why we do the things we do. And if it's not aligning with you right now, and you're like, I want these things, Brie, I have this vision, but I'm not on that path at all. Good. This is your day to have that awareness and go ahead and readjust your sails before you set off into the ocean again. all it takes sometimes is a little bit of a readjustment, just a little tiny millimeter shift for you to end up right where you want to be. And along the way, guess what? The wind's gonna blow. The sails are gonna change again. You're gonna have to get yourself back up and readjust. But that's part of the journey too. And so if today's the day you're like, okay, I will readjust because I haven't thought about what I truly want. I've been letting other people decide for me for far too long. Be a kid again. Talk to your inner 12-year-old. Talk to your inner 6-year-old. And really get clear about, like, what do I want? Why do I want these big dreams for myself? And don't be afraid to dream too big. There is no such thing. We can dream too small. We cannot dream too big. So be bold, be a little kid, be brave, and dream big today. If you guys do land on a vision, my ask is please let me know on social media. Tag me at Brie Willits, find me on Instagram, find me on Facebook, share your visions with me. Because once you share it with somebody else too, that dream gets so much bigger. That dream gets so much more vivid and clear. And when you can attach that emotional feeling of, oh, I really want this, and you feel it. You feel it in your body, you feel it in your soul, it puts a big grin on your face, you feel it in your stomach with butterflies. Maybe it scares the crap out of you. That's a good thing. That means you feel something for it. You're excited. Fear and excitement show up the same in our body. Choose your meaning. You want to be excited about this vision? Good. Share it with me. I can't wait to hear them. That's what I got for you today. Go chase that vision. I am so excited, and I'll see you next time.